What's up guys, Max here, coming at you with something a little bit different today. So recently I got a question about Disgaea 7 and preparation for like big balls. Okay, I'm sorry. We got a question about ball preparation and trying to kill him, and yeah, I know he's a bit obnoxious. Oh my god, I'm getting PSCD thinking about him. But this is gonna be kind of a guide to help with that, as I did make a response and it's like, yeah, we're on YouTube. Video format's the way to go. So let's see if we can visually do this. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so first things first, right? You hop into the game and, we're getting ready to prep for ball. And we're gonna tackle this in like no particular order. You just do whatever or whichever way you want to tackle this. And so let's go how I did it basically. So let's see. First, I went to the item worlder, and then, I usually farm this for a bit so I can get items. You want to particularly get items that boost your stats. So like Exodus, Testament, Royal Ring, whatever you have. And you don't really need to go crazy on the skills and whatnot. You just want to get your stats up, and you also want to get items that can boost your movement. Here it is, like accelerator, vernier thrusters, angel shoes, cross trainers, etc, right? It's good to get the carnage if you're able to, but since you're not there yet, or probably not going to be there yet, you could always use like regular accelerator, vernier thrusters. It's all the same. You just want to get your movements. You also want to try and go to the dark assembly. So when you get your main cast, right, let's say we'll use Perillica. Can we do it? No. So let's do Nicilia, and there should be an item here that allows you to go further. Here it goes. I want to go further. You also want to get that, right, if you're able to, from the mana assembly. So you can pair that with a thruster, because one of the main things is that when you go to fight Ball, obviously you're gonna die after the first turn, so you need to get the jump on him before he gets the jump on you. But anyway, let's get into what we can do about it. So first things first, you're gonna want to go to the cheat shop, right? And you're going to want to adjust your stats when you're farming. So obviously you're not gonna have 1400 CP, right? If you beat the main game, you're probably gonna have like 900 or something, and then when you do carnage levels, you'll get the remaining 400. And I think the dark assembly also gives you, maybe, I don't remember, I'm not sure. It's been a while since I played, but if memory serves me correctly, that's how it works. So let's do EXP, and yeah, pretty much. So as we max out our EXP, we're not going to get much of anything else. Before we continue, I also think, is it here? Hang on a second. Oh, okay, yeah. You want to set the enemy strength to 2. You don't need to do 3 or any more than that. It's pointless, but 2 is good enough, as it's going to help you gain, more stats, or EXP, or mana, or juice bar, or what have you. So that's also pretty helpful. And now let's go to the Netherworld Hospital. So I'll talk about this in a little bit, but you're going to want to you're gonna have to torture yourself and go through these tiers to get all the items. As you see there, the applicable item. And to get to Overlord, you just basically need to keep doing these until you get all the items, and then when you complete it, it's gonna unlock the next tier, and that should be how that works. But yeah, if you have a turbo controller, good on you. If not, I suggest you buy one if you got the money for it. It's really gonna save your fingers and a whole bunch of hours. But I'll get more on that later, as you could also get Exodus there and the vernier thruster, as you saw. And so, okay, so let's get started, right? First off, you want to go to, I believe it's the recruiter, and you want to hire a character, right? It doesn't matter what character you want. So for the purpose of this video, let's go healer. Samantha, fine, okay. So Samantha is created. Now what you want to do is another thing. You want to go to your dark assembly, and you want to make sure you have the squads unlock, because this is where you will get it from. So the squad being the squad shop and the formations, and this is basically going to be your bread and butter for everything that you do in terms of post-game farming. So your skill XP, your EXP from battle, your mana, your base defenders where you can get EXP and mana without battling. What else? The Overlord's Guard, the juice bar for stats, and so on. That's gonna be your bread and butter and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and go to bootcamp squad. Let's toss in our lead farmer, so our Damarung, and let's go ahead and toss our newly created Samantha, and then we'll, after that you just touch on a bunch of randoms. So, and we want to set the leader to whoever is the strongest, right? Basically, pretty much. And so Samantha's level 7,999. Okay, let's go and back to the recruiter, hire. We'll do another healer. Yui. Okay, Yui. Start from scratch. Now let's go back into squad formation, take out Samantha, put in Yui, and Yui's there. Now that we have the squad formation going, let's go ahead and go to character and Yui. We need to set the Evilities for her, as we just made her. Obviously we don't have any. Now I have preloaded sets, so my EXP farming is here, and these are basically the skills you want to have. So again, we have to create them, and you can do that one of two ways. You can either use mana, I think, in the skill shop, so you can learn the Evility and get Yui, and yeah, you have to get mana to do that, to learn what you want to learn. Or you can create the scroll, which is by far probably the easiest way and more, less time consuming. So you take your main, because obviously that's where it's going to be. You want to swap over, and I don't have it set up, so character, Damarung, status, Evilities, EXP, load. Okay. Now we go to skill shop. We're going to create a scroll. We're going to create scrolls based off of Damarung's Evilities. So we want Happy Song, Genius, Studier, Study Wiz. So Happy Song, Fortune Song is good for mana, but we're focused on ESP right now. So Study Lover, Study Wiz, Genius, Studier, Precious Secret, and I believe that's about it, right? And this is pretty much going to be the same process for when you do mana, when you want to level up your classes, when you want to get skill EXP for your specials, and so on, or when you want to farm HL, but we'll get to that later for the HL. So now that we have the items, we want to go character, or no, actually, you want to go item, right? Yeah, and we have our scrolls made. So now we're going to use Happy Song, go to Yui, and teach it to her. And basically, we want to just do that for all of the skills that we just made, okay? So now she's prepared. And next up, go to character, we go to Yui, back to Evilities, and now we should have our pre-made set, which we can equip in. So there's going to be a bit of a short here, since the common cost is a bit too big. She is level 1 after all. So as you level up, you will get more common costs. And I believe if you increase your class proficiency, you will get more unique costs. Or actually, no, I think that increases common costs, and the unique cost is through reincarnation, I think, probably. I don't remember correctly. It's one of the two. You can correct me on that. But yeah, we can't equip anything yet. So equip what you can. We'll use the HP gain for 30. And now we go to... let's go squad shop. We have them in boot camp. We have everyone here. And let's go ahead, because now the next thing we need to do is make sure that everyone has the exact same Evilities. Because if everyone has the exact same Evilities, it's going to affect everyone. You gain more EXP that way. So now everyone should have, or at least close to having. We gotta change spectacular. I don't think he has it though. Okay, he does. Alright. Okay, so now that we have that, let's go ahead and farm some EXP. So you want to go to Carnage Dimension, And what you'll be farming is the EX Marshal Gahara, and you want to complete all 4 trials until you get to the 5th one. And this will be your main farming stage for basically everything, right? EXP, mana, juice, bar stats, and so on, right? Well, for mainly those, and class level ups. But this is going to be a bit too broken right now, and we gotta go to a dimension guide. You know what? Before we do that, let's go character, to equipment. Let's use basic, maybe. I think it would be like a better demonstration. Don't worry, it's not special. I just basically did that at the item world. But let's do like more realistic design. It shouldn't really matter whether I use chaos, but just so we can be on your level, see how this goes. Oh, stats. So you want stats up. That's the main thing you want to have, just stats up. And you can have whatever weapon you have. And let's go. So we'll go to the normal, Marshal Gahara. After you complete all of the trials, we go here. And okay. So now what we do is we set up everyone. So you can go there. Everyone who is basically in the squad. Cool. So that should be everyone in the squad. Now, you don't need to only have them in the squad. Oh, another thing. If you have base defenders, whoever is in that squad and inside the base while you're doing a map, they will also gain EXP and mana. So make sure to make use of that as well, as that will save you a lot of time later down the road. But afterwards, you want to just put like more randoms, like a whole set. Like everyone who has all of the Evilities for EXP, fill it up and just park them all over here, and your main attacker will go over here. So afterwards, you want to go your special, you want to have Rising Heavens, and you just want to kill everyone. But that's another thing, right? You want to have S power, and you want to have your weapon mastery just a little bit. I'll show you how to do that. So again, special, Rising, and then execute. And well, there you go. So Yui just leveled up a crazy ton. Skip through all of that. Okay, so now let's go check on Yui. Let's go character, Yui, and 704. So not bad. Not bad for the time being. But now that she's leveled up, you want to do it again, pretty much. You keep going at it. Yeah, so we won't put everyone. But again, you follow the same format. Have everyone out there. Make sure everyone has all of the EXP Evilities. You don't need 3 laws, but make sure they have all of the EXP Evilities equipped, especially Happy Songs, just have boosted for everyone. And then go ahead, execute. And let's go back. Let's go back, check on Yui, and she's 995. So now obviously as you get to the Carnage realm, right? So let's go ahead and let's do equipment, and you get more stronger weapons. So let's do sword, that's fine. And let's go, she equipped more. Yui, Evilities, not yet. This will also be helpful, hogging up XP. Unique Evilities, so yeah, you do get that from Dark Assembly, where we are now. Okay, let's go Carnage realm. Let's go to Marshal Gahara, final trial, and then this should be a bigger boost. Alright. And we got a whole bunch of EXP. So now let's go and check on Yui. Character. See? Just like that, Yui is over 9,000. Just like that. So that's basically what you want to do. Once you get your first, you know, similar around to like 7,000, or maybe, yeah, around 7,000 or so, you want to start going to the Carnage realm. And then it's just going to get easy from there, because after like 2 more battles, you'll be 9,099 on your Mecha Girl. And then about like 1 or 2 battles, you'll be 9,999 in level. So now we look at Yui stats and we can see it's pretty pitiful, right? It's only like a maximum of like, or an average of around 55k and so on. So what we want to do now is basically we want to do the same for Juice Bar. It's the same concept as leveling up EXP. So, and mana as well. So mana we can do right now. We'll test out mana. We have mana there. We want to make Gara Damarung the leader, as she is the one who's going to be doing the killing, and she will be the one distributing all of the mana. Never forget, use the cheat shop, because you should always be doing this. And again, you put everything, whatever you're doing, you focus on one thing and then put it all the way. Don't worry about everything else. It'll come in time. Go to the skill shop. You want to create scroll. Go to Gara Damarung. So we flip over. It's easy to see it. And we want Mana Master, Mana Maniac, and Mana Collector. We teach it to Yui. Now that Yui is prepared, let's go to her. Set the Evilities. Switch it. As you can see, we leveled up, but we got more common cost. So now we can equip without having to worry too much. And go to Carnage Dimension, and we set out everyone. Same concept. And that's it. So let's get out. Ooh, that's gonna be a tough one. Probably the weapon. Okay, Neo Bossor. Don't worry, you'll get it. But even so, what you could also... Even so, if you don't strike him down, another way you can do it... Actually, you know what? Let's do that. So, we couldn't kill them with this, right? No problem. What you want to do, Rising Heavens. Okay. So let's say we want to take out you. If you have a Maiko, you want to go ahead, use your special, and then encouragement to give them another action. And then you want to go ahead. Special, Rising Heavens, and just finish it off. And there you go. So you can see the juice bar, we are getting some, but anyway, we had 0 mana on Yui since we just made her. Now let's see how much mana we have. Let's go character, Yui, and let's go status, and there you have it. 9,999,999 mana, in which you can go ahead and now you can freely go into the Dark Assembly, Yui, and you can do whatever it is you need to do. So going further to get the movement speed, you know, wanting to jump higher, you want more extra counter attacks, which we're going to get actually, because this is going to lead us into the next part. Let's just begin to vote. Now we can move an additional space. Additional few spaces actually. And we can continue to do that. You want to keep doing it until you don't see it anymore. Going further, hitting them again is going to get more expensive. Equipping unique abilities would also be good for when you're going to fight Baal, but we'll get there. Hogging all the EXP, so on and so forth, right? You want to keep doing that. And that's basically going to cover for that. So the next thing you want to do, as you go from the squad shop, right? We know how to do EXP, we know how to do channel getting mana. It's going to be the same thing for your juice bar stats, and it's going to be the same thing for skill. You just get whoever you want, so on and so forth, put them in there, have them with the evilities, and you know, you want to just do that. With skills, it's a bit different, and weapon mastery, so let's go ahead and do that. With weapon mastery, let's go to Yui, our newly created character. Let's go to equipment. Let's change the cute one. I believe what you're looking for, or yeah, so you're looking for this, the growth staff, the growth ranks, and this is going to help you increase your, you know, your mastery of your weapon. So you want to try, you can get this from the item world, you can craft it yourself if you want to do that. You know, there's plenty of ways to go about it. One should be enough. You can have dedicated weapons for it. The more you have on it, the better, especially if it's like a plus rank. So let's see if I have one. I'm not sure I do, so it's fine. We'll give her that. And now what we're going to do is, I believe there's a squad for it as well. It should be the Overlord's Guard. Yeah, okay, so it's the Overlord's Guard. So put Yui, Damarang. We're gonna focus on these two only for now. And once again, let's go to character, Damarang, Evilities, and let's go to our weapon mastery set. Now this is going to be a bit different, so let's go ahead and equip that. And we're going to need, I believe it's this one. It should be, there's a skill that prevents them from killing someone. Ah, here it is. We're gonna need handicap. So once again, going to skill shop, create scroll, and just buy the skills. And you want to repeat the same concept, right? So here's everything. And all you want to do is just teach it to Yui. Now, after we've taught it to Yui, go back into character and we go ahead and set it to evilities. So weapon mastery right then. And let's double check to see we set it on Gara Damarang. Yep. So now, again, with the items equipped on Yui equipment, so again, you want to have the growth rank for whatever weapon you have that you're trying to master, as well as having the skills, the evility, and having this set up. So we forgot to add handicap. And let's go Damarang as well. Evilities, handicap, equip. Okay, so now we have the evilities equipped up. And what it's basically going to do is, when we do a normal hit, it's going to allow them to counter attack, right? And as a failsafe, just in case, so we don't kill anyone or our teammates, we're going to have handicap, so they will always survive at 1 HP. And yeah, so let's go and put it in practice. Let's not forget class proficiency. Let's put that up. No, not class proficiency. Weapon mastery. On like the third time recording. So you want to go here. Not Marshall Gahara. You want to go here. Leading Hope. You want to go to the top right corner. And now we want to just have our units. So let's do Gravy Train and Yui. And you want to lift Yui. Let's get Fuji, lift them. You want to go ahead. You want to go ahead and throw them. And then you want to throw Yui. And this is basically the play here. You know, after you destroy the enemy base panels on both sides and clear up any enemies that's coming here, you basically want to just plant all 10 of your units. And right here, this corner, move the geo panel over to the side so you don't actually accidentally attack it. And you want to just have these two attack each other. And what's going to happen is, every hit is going to add to a point in their EXP mastery, every normal hit. And because we're on the geo panel, it gives us an extra counter attack. Plus, with our evilities, we get more counter attacks. And handicap will keep them both alive, so don't worry about seeing so much damage going through. As we accidentally picked her up. So now let's go ahead and attack. 57% chance. It's not bad. Okay, and then we go ahead and execute. As the craziness goes through, now let's go ahead and check on Yui on her status and level 16. And that is how you do weapon mastery, right? Simple, easy, do it with all 10. But in any case, you know, you want to make sure they have their equipment that has growth on it. So demonstrate here. Let's go back to the staff. See, growth rank. You're always looking for a growth rank and whatever item or weapon it's targeting, right? You could have more than one, that's great. If one is good enough, don't worry about it. And then just make sure you have the proper evilities as shown earlier. Make sure you have the proper evilities. Line them up here. And then, you know, destroy the enemy base panels. And then there you go. That's your weapon mastery. Right then. So again, you always make sure you have your cheat shop, your CP allocated where it's supposed to be allocated, or else you're not gonna get anything. And you know, the same for class mastery, right? Skill EXP, basically using your specials and so on. And that's basically it. You have your squads, make sure they're all placed there, and you have your leader and so on with the corresponding. Make sure you have your base defenders as well, and that should be it. So then, of course, the important thing is the juice bar stats, right? And so, you know, again, it follows the same. You want to go to cheat, adjust your settings. I don't think this will affect it as much, but in the off chance that it does, it's probably going to be like EXP or mana or something like that. But I don't think it does if I remember correctly. Just put them in the juice bar. Make sure you have your lead, and, you know, your lead being your mecha girl. Then you want to go here, the Carnage Dimension, the Martial Gahara, either on normal or in Carnage mode. You want to go there, you want to keep farming it, and then, yeah, that should be it. You should be all set. Thinking about it, it should be mana. Actually, no. Whatever it is you're farming is going to go in here. So basically EXP and mana, right? Everything else is just going to be whatever. So the next thing is, right, Virelica. So when you do your stats, you want to, at this point, you want to start focusing on Virelica after you've leveled up and maxed out your God of Damarang. These stats are perfectly fine. You just need around, like, what is that, around 20 million in stats across the board to fight Baal. But Virelica is going to be the next one you want to focus on because of her unique skill, which is Syndicate Head. And that's going to max HP and SP depending on the number of money you have, right? So as you can see, I have a crap ton of money. How is that possible? And what is it for? Okay, so Virelica is basically for the gacha, right? And you want to go ahead and pull, which is basically, you know, your RP and whatnot. And how this is going to work, again, you want to have go to character, go to Virelica, go to Evilities, and then you want to have the RP set up, and you want these skills in particular: Syndicate Head, Image Change, Secret Recon, Powerful Souls, and Vanguard. And you basically want to equip this on everyone, not just a squad, but all of your characters made. So I have 101, all of them have those abilities. And this is going to be a drag and a pain. But what you want to do, you want to have it in this order, I believe. It's specific. Image Change being the first, Secret Recon, Powerful Souls, and Vanguard. And all you want to do is remove Image Change. So this is going to bring you down to 1. Right? And you want to go ahead and re-equip it. She has 2.8 trillion in HP. You want to go ahead, head to the Netherworld Hospital, get treated, treat Virelica, and every time you treat someone, this is going to give you RP. RP you could then use in the gacha, and this is where a turbo controller is really gonna help out and allow you to get all of these items: Exodus, Rainier Thruster, and so on and so forth. And that's basically Berlica, right? She's going to help you do that and get you everything you need. So now finally, after you did your squads, you got your stats, you got your items, it's now time to face Baal, and we need to get our abilities set up. So in the video, you'll probably see it, or you probably already seen it. What you want to do, I have a specific setup here, and as you can see, Baal, attack, support, and so on. Basically, different setups for all the different fights. You'll see them in the videos, but once you have it, you'll be good and set to go. I could probably show you. So I usually have Al, right? Because Al, I think, is the one doing all of the main attacking here. And she goes here, load. And these are all of our skills. As she's pretty much going to be the one to pretty much wipe out Baal. And everyone else, you want to have supporting her in some fashion. So again, abilities. About support. Let's go to abilities. And these are support skills you want to have. Fluid Fire, Noble Cause, Spirit Protection, Lucky Song, and so on. And then if you have... Well, you're not really going to be attacking Baal. Again. Well, maybe for the regular Baal. And then when it comes to the Carnage one, the final boss, these are pretty much the skills for him. Again, Ao is going to be doing the attacking. But, you know, you want to have Tactical Guidance, Noble Cause, Magnificent Cheer, Gender Bender, Power Aroma, EM Barrier, Still Standing, Prevention. You want all of these on all of your support characters, as, again, Ao is pretty much going to be doing the killing. And with that, that should be it. You have everything set up, you have your squads, you have your Evilities, your juice bar stats. You go and farm Martial Gahara, either normal, and then after normal, go to Carnage. You level up your newfound units, your stats, their weapon masteries, specials, and, you know, class masteries, and so on. So again, in no particular order, but tackle it however you want, however you feel is good for you. In particular, pretty much go for the leveling first, and then afterwards, either do your weapon mastery as it's the longest, and then after that, probably work on your class mastery. Then you can work on your mana, and then after that, you know, your special masteries and so on, and then that should be it. But make sure you're always adjusting your cheat shop stats to whatever it is you need to be, whatever it is you're focusing on. Because again, as you max on one, you're not going to get any stats on the other, and this is the most important thing, so never forget that. And that should pretty much do it. A bit of a scuff guide, but based off my memory, if I remember correctly, that's how it should be done, right? That simple, that easy. You'll get there, and then obviously you could also see like the video. I'll put it up here to that side. And yeah, good luck, happy farming, and you should probably buy a turbo controller. Alright, thanks for watching. That's my guide. See ya. Hope it helps. Any questions, I'll answer it if I missed anything or so on. Or if you have any extra tips that I missed, you know, share in the comments below and help everyone out. And let you do it. Alright, bye. See ya.